Yo, I'm Will. Welcome. I call this little experiment Anything is Everything. It's gotta be called something. The intention here is to share interesting, courageous, enlightening, vulnerable, strange, stupid conversations to maybe hopefully inspire something in you. All right, cool. Bye. Okay, we are live. Welcome. This will be episode 00002.
Okay, so
And
the infinite zero,
Yeah.
and that's just the beginning.
Yeah, so it's me, Will, and I'm joined here by a really, really dear friend, Rose, one of the sweetest people I know. I'm so glad to call you a friend. But may you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, Willie, I call him Willie, and just like my own beautiful, beautiful family. And my name is Rose from Lotus Herbal Health. My background is a herbalist family and on my mother's side. So since she healed by her uncle and as herbalist in Thailand, so she brought the tradition to the family. And I see, and during the very, very difficult time through my cultural revolution, and I see my mother so give to the neighbors, give her working mates, and give her this and that, all the treatment, and so it's include my own family members. We're always digging the herbs in the countryside. I remember after school, as a little 5 years old, and carried a little basket, carried a little shovel, and digging, and my mother said, this is yin and this is yang. Sometimes you treat the people so-called yang type the condition using yin herbs, always opposite. But also I also tiny little girl also found the misdiagnosed. So why this person so much yin symptoms? They're using the yang herbs and did not diminish the condition. Actually caused the condition worsened. And as a young little heart and curious everything. And with my mother's beside me as 5 to 10 to 13, I remember I always alone in the field, in the countryside. We live in the city. I had to walk into the field of the farmer's field. And you don't see a soul in the farm. Usually only harvest the time you see people, but otherwise you hardly see people. So I got lost. I'm eating all kinds of poisoned herbs or not poisoned herbs. I said, what is the herb is going to do to me? And this is my treat. In the Cultural Revolution, people lack of food. We never tasted such luxurious like sugar or fruit. I barely have a food on the table. So when I see the herbs, the fields upon fields, just beautiful. I pick them and come home. Oh, this is no poison. Let's cook them, eat them. Sometimes they look like each other. You pick the wrong herbs. My mother said, "You're gonna poison me, this and that." So you have to learn the hard way. So that's how I grew up and know what is the poison feels like, and what is the pre-death feels like. Even today, picking kind of wild vegetables in the field and berries, and it looks beautiful. I usually taste it. If it's so bitter, I know it's toxic, and so-called antioxidants. It could go into the toxicities, right? But I don't know how depths of the toxicity contains in those fruits and wild vegetables. One day I remember I'm gone blind. I choked, and nobody around me. I just choked. I said, I can't see. I said, maybe this is it, and slowly caught my breath. And got into my car, grabbed my water bottle. I didn't even have a water bottle. And then I just swallow it, and I try to throw up but it's already in my bloodstream, and seems the toxicity is not that deep. I survived. I love those kind of things, and I'm almost intentionally see what is the death feels like, but I don't want to die, but I want to experience that intensity. as I learned, the herbalists, they all do that, you know, in my culture. They always curious and very, very interesting. I also discover people drawn to those kind of challenge. People like a challenge, right? And my herbal shop in here, no, I'm not like challenging people's life, right? I challenge myself. It doesn't mean I'm challenging people's life. Not like that at all. But that means I'm always curious. That's why my product always into the cutting edge of the product, and nobody has it. Nobody know about it, and I know. I have to knowing it. I have to dance with the herbs. I know it's the tolerance in the body, what is extraction, how much extraction people can take, how much concentration people can take. Can they hurting their central nerve system? If you stimulate it too much, let's say antioxidant, they extract that. It's so potent, supposed to get rid of toxicities in your body. But you don't know, our liver only can stimulate so long and so much, and accumulates it. The stimulation, poor liver have 600 functions, and detox only one kind of functions. How about all the other functions? Produce red and white blood cell, digest our food, produce enzymes, synthesize, and balancing our hormones, and turn into the protein to amino acid, attach to minerals to amino acid, and all the process is just infinite blood purification, red and white blood purification producing. So all those things all happens in the liver. What if you stress also going to the liver, cause the liver congestions, cause the blood flow slowing down. Some people right away feel heart attack when they're in the stress condition. It's not just about the heart. It is the liver. It's the liver congestions. The blood flows slower. Blood instantly getting thicker and thicker and flow slower and slow. Blood clot formed. That's why stress is not stress cause the heart attack. It's the blood clot. It's the stress in the liver. So I'm very, very keen for the liver health, and I don't want to stimulate the liver too much. If you stimulate detox only one of the 600 functions. If you detox the liver way too much, what happens? Liver get exhausted, right? So I'm very, very careful. Select my product, not antioxidant this, not antioxidant, not concentrate this, not extract this and that. I'm keen to help the liver to digest. Liver produce all the enzymes, right? Majority of the enzymes are produced by the liver. So the liver health is a fundamental. Stress causes the congestions also in the liver, right? So all the toxicity we breathe in, it all go to the liver. The liver has to purify it. And please don't stress the liver out. And how about you taking the product already is synchronized in your body. So give the liver a break. Give the liver time to rest. How about the fasting? I'm going to the fasting. All my friends said, you're in the retail. What do you mean fasting? Where the money in the fasting? Fasting is a skill. Fasting need to be acknowledged. A certain age, you need to be 24 hours fasting once a week, 3 times a week. But how can you bypass then the stress during the fasting, but you still have to working for 8 hours, 10 hours, some people working 12 hours a day. How can you cope? But liver need to be fast. Otherwise the liver is overworked. You're overeating in the Christmas time, especially Christmas season, and people cannot resist all the cakes and cookies and sugars and wines and who knows what else. How about the meat? heavy meat. So how can you digest even at night? It's you depend on the poor liver to digest it. The enzymes, the mass produced enzymes is in the morning, like the morning, the sun rising. Your enzymes is rising from your body towards to the lunchtime to the maximum, then beginning to deplete it. To the evening, if you have a 10% enzymes left in your system, you're lucky. That's why even eat in the evening, light food should be eaten, light food, very, very gentle for your liver. Between the liver detox, between the liver massively produce the red and white blood cell and the circulation, the blood circulation, purify the circulation in the liver. It happens 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. During that time, we call liver time. Please don't overeating. How about the herbs? We're taking antioxidant that beat the liver. Hey, wake up, produce enzymes, produce the glutathione. Hey, I need to detox at midnight. No, please leave the liver alone.
Right.
Be fasting liver, and at the time is let our body system go into the autophagy, right? The autophagy means your self-eating self, and who invented that word, the autophagy, and the molecules in the body. It's the self-recycling, and that's from Japan. Japanese scientist. He won the Nobel Prize on 2016. I can't get the name out of him. You can Google it. Nobel Prize autophagy. It's gonna jump out his name. It's just a profound discovery.
What's that word? Autophagy?
Autophagy.
Autophagy.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Autophagy. AUTO.
Maybe a PH in there?
Yeah, no, autophagy, just AUTOGHY.
Okay.
Autophagy.
Yeah. That's
It's gonna
interesting.
pop up, if I spell wrong. Yeah.
So in this in this day and age of like really complex science, and it's everything seems so confusing out there, but what it sounds like is to maybe the systems are complex, but they're like simple fixes, just one or two herbs maybe, or
yeah, it's a very, very good question. You don't want to over bombard the liver, right? And you're overtaking herbs like multivitamins, B complex, vitamin D, vitamin E, zinc, and selenium, and chromium, and it's all aspect of minerals, trace minerals, plus this and that. Poor liver. If it's given too much concentrate, condensed, so-called nutrients, minerals, trace minerals, poor liver has to synthesize everything. Overwork the liver will cause liver damage, liver cirrhosis. How many people occurred in my culture? Overtaking, want to be staying young, staying energetic, and they overwork, they're taking so many remedies, even herbs. And it just remember, not all the herbs long-term is beneficial. Most of the herbs, they have some toxicities. We divide like 25% toxicity, 75% beneficial. If you accumulate it in your liver has to get rid of it, right? You give the liver so much stress, and plus the daily life stress, So my goal in my business is everybody talk about the stress, and let's have a band-aid solution. Take L-theanine. Yeah, it's really, really good for take the edge off. But how about where the stress come from? Where the cushion? Like, do you have a cushion for the stress?
Yeah.
Right? So stress comes, my understanding stress is learn life is not. Life, it is the truth. You don't need to learn. The truth is ever born, ever dies, ever free. They are the true freedom. You don't need to change the truth. Truth is only one. So what your life towards to that light, the infinite, that the purest, the pure consciousness, the whole life journey is to learn what is not. Believe it or not, you have to be you have a love in your life, you have a beautiful children in your family, you love your family, you love your neighbors, you love your friend. When you're closer and closer and closer, like atomic bomb, change, and that you can stand each other anymore. Then we separate and slowly approaching each other again. We rob each other to change, to learn what is not. The truth, they will all come together to seek for the highest, the high is the infinite, is the purest, the pure consciousness. Learn from each other what is not. I think I'm alone. I can be happy, but no, you're alone. You don't know your habit. You do your own things. Okay, today my toothbrush is there. Tomorrow My husband moved the toothbrush. How dare you? This is my spot. Where's my toothbrush? So you make me to look for my toothbrush. That is caused the frictions. And that is caused the unconscious become conscious. Because the anger could arise just for the little things, right? Not even talk about the much big things. So we need to live together. We need to rub each other. We need the conflict. We need to have a certain kind of conflict. So your unconscious become conscious. Now, the whole world is based on that, right? And that eventually all balances out. But during this time, the changing time, we need a certain conflict. You cannot be alone. I'm pure as the pure. You don't even know yourself. So you need a mirror. So everything you project on the screen is called illusion. As it's outside of yourself. Is another human being, another group of human beings, as your relatives, your friends, is your own projection in your environment. So it's all about you. You cannot blame on anybody in your life. It's your own projections. When you purify yourself, how about Gandhi? During the empire, British Empire invading their country, oh my God, right? And they have two parties fight, two religions fight. And what happened? So what did Gandhi say? Don't fight. They won't listen. Too much hatred. So he said, okay, I'm going to, according to change, I had to change myself. I had to purify myself. What did he do? What he did? Fasting. How long he fasting? Until his liver and his kidney dysfunction. His kidney no longer function. So as the announcements come out from the cabinet, from his people, and said, please don't fight anymore. So Gandhi is dying. So if you don't stop fighting, he's gonna pass away. He has no energy left. The kidney beginning to shut down, right? That's how he purified. What happening today, Indian, is peace. It's not 100% peace, nobody is, but at least they don't demolish each other, diminish each other, cause the internal war. We truly, truly believe because Gandhi is a spirit. So this is who I am. I believe our herbs, not against our liver, not make my liver to do more work, to fight, to produce more glutathione, this and that. Let the liver to produce its own glutathione. You nourish that 600 functions. And very, very deep philosophy. Every single cell in our body is pure philosophy and pure balance. The philosophy in Chinese called yin and yang, right? It's all about the balancing. It's not about the stimulation. So how long you're going to put a Band-Aid solution of a stimulation, right? Maybe you stimulate a little bit, then you feel some kind of results. You can't stimulate too long. That's why Chinese red ginseng, we take it cautiously. It's a boosting, it's a stimulation, it's a dependency. So we don't do that for a long period of time. Red ginseng we recommend normal people taking only in the kidney season, which is the kidney season right now. It's about towards the kidney season now. When the wintertime, the snow deep, the ice is deep, we call kidney season until the springtime. Springtime means the leaves come out. Under the snow, you see the green grass beginning to grow. That means liver season again. So kidney season is a longevity season. Kidney is very delicate at that time. And kidney is, understanding in my culture, is longevity and hair loss due to the kidney functions, memory loss due to the kidney functions, and the bone loss due to the kidney functions. And the people have a severe anxiety, so we call kidney dysfunction. But if it's the stress and this and that, go to the liver. So we separate our organ, has a certain, the symptoms occurred in the physical body is the liver control the eyes, right, the eyesight, and liver control the hearing. Hearing loss is also is kidney function. If people have a tinnitus and vertigos, dizzy, it's all the kidney. So you don't aim for the eardrums. Eardrums, it's only the symptoms, right? What is the cause? you strengthen the kidney meridians. And everything black, take, especially the kidney season coming, black beans, black seeds, black sesame seeds, black rice, black seed oil, Nigella sativas, black cumin, and see the pigments is another aspect. So pigments, we're using for the healing properties, right? And the purple means really, really good for Parkinson's disease and really good for nerve damage, right? The eyesight and the eyes, optic nerves in the eyes, and dark of orange like a saffron. We have from Egypt the saffron. In Egypt they're using for stress, for anxieties, and for depression. So I have it. I just got it this week. And on the shelf, it's really, really concentrated. It is said the best saffron in the world. How they extract it, how they purify, how they concentrate in the capsules. And I tell you, if people have a stress word, you're taking one, you will see alleviate the stress just then, just now. It's beautiful. It's a whole food. It's a food, right? And so that is for the liver, right? And so the eyesight, and you definitely, if anybody has a tinnitus and hearing problems, taking honey mushrooms in our woods. So you have to know what does it look like. They very look like identical, but one is poison, one is not, right? Constantly I'm picking them. I really, really had to take a look back and forwards, make sure that the one is honey mushrooms. We're selling the dry ones on the shelf. It's magnificent for the hearing loss. And my own hearing loss happens 3 years ago. I always had ear infections. Go to the doctor, clean my ear, especially right side ear. Antibiotics, on and on, and it's painful. I know the silver, putting silver in my ear really, really works, but again, it's a bandage solution. It's not from the infection from the ear. It's the kidney function is not strong. Since I take a large dose of honey mushrooms, all the symptoms are gone away.
Wow.
No earwax build up. I don't need to go to doctor anymore to clean my ear over. Saturated with earwax. It's a weaken of the kidney. It's a weird thing, and I trusted myself. The honey mushrooms, in my culture, we have lots of honey mushrooms. We lost that tradition to take the honey mushroom. When I grew up, never heard of it. So when I read the labels, there is kidney function. So I just took my right side ear finally lost all hearings. There's no any kind of a sound I can't hear anything anymore, right? I took 3 teaspoons of the honey mushrooms. In 3 days, I hear again. Since then, I took the whole bag, right? The whole bag only lasts me for a month, but worth it, and completely reversed it. Yeah. So today I'm free. So time to time I feel like I have an itchy ear. And I feel like earwax could build up again. A little bit of dampness in my system. That's usually happen. The dampness means water retention. I can see my tongue. I always look at my tongue every morning, so I can examine myself. When I'm taking the last night, why I caused the water retention, right? The water retention is not. It's the water doesn't go into your blood cell. So that's into the blood. It could have a dehydration and water retention simultaneously coexist in the same time. So you're dehydrated, you can take water, but doesn't go into your blood cell. But the water staying outside the blood cell. Too much water cause the fluid saturation. So your body, the fluid, not freely flow into the body. The qi, we call spleen qi, is weakened. And too much water, and you can see your tongue. Your tongue has full of tooth marks, right? And then I know I have water retention. If you don't care, you say, oh, that's normal. Everybody has it. No, it's not normal. So then my ear, the eardrums, I can feel it itching a little bit. My ear itching a little bit, and then I can see the earwax beginning to build up. Then I'm hit on the honey mushroom and Poreo hard. porous and other mushrooms. 2 mushrooms together. I took quite a large dose just for a week. Then the symptoms gone away again. Very, very effective for me.
Yeah, wow.
That's how I approach for the health. You know, very, very important, the balancing it. It's not like, oh, antioxidant this and some put oil in your ear. It's just Band-Aid solution.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, what is the cost? You know,
Yeah,
and,
So you found that, you know, you found something that works for you, and that you allow it to work for a short amount of time, and then it's not like you take it all the time.
You know, so many things, right? That's why we're living this world is from like the herbs. You can infinite the millions, trillions, so different nationally different herbs, right? But the people come to me and myself always, doesn't matter how healthy you are, always go to intermittent fasting, give the liver break, and always aim for your digestive tract. I don't take probiotics because probiotics, as my research, if people want to learn a little bit more probiotics, please come to me, and I can share with you from the messages from Europe, like Germany, Denmark, from Japan, right? All those countries is very, very advanced, understand the microbiome more than North America. North America is too, I think it's a little bit narrow-minded. You know, they concentrate it into the billions and trillions, but the strains, I have 10 strains. Do you know how many microbiome in our body? 40,000 microbiome. How do you know those 6 strains all I need, right? So I'd rather to take sauerkrauts, way better results than taking probiotics. Probiotics, some people said I have good results, but when I observing it, right, in this industry for tens of years now, I see them good for a while, right, because the strengths they need, you know, and they're not always negative, but for long term, I don't see alleviated the condition in their body. In Japan, long time ago, 60 years ago, they no longer treated SIBO patient, that means overgrown bacteria in their lower intestine with probiotics. They said it caused the condition even worse. So you go to Japan, now ask, you know, normal people in the hospital or whatever, said the SIBO patient, you're going to take probiotics. And lots of major hospitals, 60 years ago, they discovered make the condition worse. So here you go. That's my research.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
I think it really shows in any time I've been hanging out around you, is people come in and they ask you these detailed questions and you're able to give them answers. Because I feel like, just like you shared when you were a little 5-year-old girl, you were experimenting, you know, and you were doing your own research. And I think it's beautiful that that's carried over to where you are now, and that you research before you bring something in here.
Yeah, I'm very, very personalized. Every single thing we got it in. I don't want to go to the big supply company, thick books, because they have millions and millions of product in there. And I found that those product I don't say it's good or bad, it just bothered me to death. So in that thick book, and I said maybe one, like millions of product in there. How about that one? That one did from the research. I only want, that's like thousands of product. Only one product, I can't even meet the minimum order. They won't send it to me. That's how fussy I am. So very, very selective. You know, you only have one liver, just let you know. Just be extremely selective. I don't take vitamin D that much. Everybody D, right? Not me. I took tons of mushrooms. How much D in the mushrooms, right? And happen to be vegetarian. So how about the protein source? I don't have enough protein source, right? So I don't take just the protein, right? Again, it's condensed. Only one condition. I take a protein, it's a fermented protein. Has to be completely fermented. Please leave the kidney alone, because the kidney can sustain such a heavy protein, right? So very, very selective. But even then, be cautious unless you do heavy duty exercise. Then I don't mind to take a whole scoop. Like me and vegetarian, I just take like half scoop or quarter of scoop, That's more than enough for me. So I put the avocado in there, and I put the some products so delicious, and it's for cereal. It's organic. Everything's good balancing with the fiber, antioxidant, right, and phytonutrients. But it's for breakfast. I will smash some avocado. I don't eat eggs either, so make my life is a lot hard to search for the protein, right? That's why I eat lots of mushrooms, and I have a non-GMO of tofu. I do. People scared estrogen. I grew up with tofu, right? As long as it's not GMO'd. And then I put just like a half scoop or a quarter of the scoop of a protein powder in there. The powder is made from algae. How can it get better? Algae is 75% of protein in there. So I have a sufficient protein, but very condensed, must ferment it. Otherwise, your body has to break it down, and you need lots of energy to break it down. A poor liver, right? Again, and a poor kidney has the heavy load of a duty to synthesize it, right? Our kidney is very, very delicate, and you don't want to challenge it too much. Liver you can, but not kidney. So heavy duty of a protein powder, and it's really just be careful on that. So my test is on the older people, like 90 years old, 80 years old. Those people need the protein, but they can synthesize the protein from the protein source, food source, because they no longer can break it down so easily, in the body, metabolize it, not like a younger generation. Using them, just be careful with that. Also fermented protein, not the all grade with all fermented protein powder, because such a heavy dose, heavy duty. Only land very, very few will be able to sustain it for that age. That means it's friendly to me, right, to the younger generation, so not hurting their system, right? But the younger generation, they're doing lots of martial art and the training, so they could using heavy duty of protein and like a whey protein, but because their kidney is strong, they will be able to eliminate them, right? The absorption is not that high, not a 50%. Even less than 20%, the absorptions. The rest, they eliminate them. Why we want to take something, the kidney has the busy to eliminate them, right? So why not taking already fermented? So the absorptions is more than 50%. Why not? Take something the same price, tastes good, has to taste pretty good. And we give classes for smoothies making, chocolate making, gummy bear making, all made from that very beautiful whole food product in there. And it's fun. Life is fun. Life is a joy. Everything you do with intention, but don't try to fix the body, to listen to the body. And the body will tell you, okay, this is agreeable with me, and this is because people yin and yang, right? And also the season. In the summer season, you have the same cold. In the winter season, you're taking different things for the cold. Your body will tell you that. It's very, very careful. Listen to your body. Listen to your body. When we towards to the old age, you take care of it. You consciously take care of your body. Just give you such a joy. Then live in the joy. I can read the people's hand, right? And I see some people's longevity. I said, but the person looking not well, but the hands tell me that their line is called lifeline. I said it's very, very long, very deep. And I said, premature death is occurred in my thoughts because they not care about their body. They abuse their body, and it's pity. So we're living here. The longevity means, I believe, it's purify ourselves. So we become one. And we uplift ourselves, no suffer. So we understand our mind is illusion. The mind is to help you, but also is illusion. Could diminish you. Be conscious with your own mind to knowing yourself. And from that, you don't want going there said, I need to change myself. Change is, my belief is violent. Criticism is violent. The change is you shining the light to your own personality. We're born with it, we die from it. You can change. So many Indian monks in the lecture said you can't change your personality. And I never believed it. My understanding is true, whatever they say, is you shining the light of your beauty and your faults. You just pay attention of your actions, your reputation of your habit. And then when you shine the light, when you be conscious, and you're also conscious with the results, be aware. The true change is your consciousness connect to the universe consciousness. That means from the grace energy, the change is painless. You don't have to have a pain to change. Be conscious.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's a light. Life is a light. Life is joy. That is a life journey to understand.
Beautiful.
Not easy.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy because there's so many pressures out there, and one thing that came up was, our body will definitely tell us if something's good or bad, but think about all the people who, as soon as they're done work, they go home, they have some beers, some alcohol, and then they wake up and their body's hurting, but then they maybe take a Tylenol or something, and then they go through their day. So how are those people supposed to be able to listen to their body, if they're day after day putting things in that are hurting them?
Yeah. See, life is it's beautiful. It's truly beautiful. It's like a poem. Life is very subtle. The more subtler, the more less you suffer. Okay, you don't want to suppress your mind. You don't want to suppress your symptoms. You want to let the symptoms manifest on the surface. Your conscious mind, the subconscious become conscious. That's meditation, right? That's go to church people doing that too. Unconscious become conscious. The subtleness of the change, the grace, is like a homeopathic. Let's say how homeopathic in France, in Germany, they're using as a remedy. Let's say for cold, they will bring the cold, speed up the cold in acute condition. Usually cold lasts for 5 days, maybe 3 days. The second day maybe, or first day, they have a severe fever. Even I myself experienced, and very intense. The cold feels like more intense, but very, very short. The homeopathic is very, very subtle. They said it's illusion. Doesn't matter illusion. They have a frequency. Definitely have a frequency. Very, very subtle. And then what happened? The symptom were dying down much, much quicker. The quick rising, and from the subtlety, the quicker diminishing. So the monks, and I see, they never see your problem. You have a problem. They always refer themselves. If I was that condition, they never criticize you. If you have an ear open, your eyes open, they know they're talking about you, not offend you. So that subtlety, it's a powerful. You come out from that condition. You adapt to yourself. That the frequency and whatever the teach and stay with you for a long, long period of life. It's called love. And from that, very, very subtle, you change with joy, no suffer. Only if your eyes open, your ears open. Now, need to humble, need to respect, listen, and listen, and to listen. Feel it. When you listen, you feel it. There is a gold. It's like purest gold represented to you. Please take it. Don't suffer. Please take this. Stop suffering. It's just the whole life. If we learn how to do that, It's a poem.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And it should, I mean, in this day and age when everything's so connected, you know, we can easily just search, you know, do research to find out if something's good or not. There's really no excuse nowadays to be continuing with those hurtful, self-harming patterns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So where is a good place to start for people who are, you know, kind of unconsciously eating, but they kind of, that light bulb turns on? Where do they start when they want to really bring good change into their body?
Always come to digestions again. It's not a digestion bandit solution. Take enzymes. Your body, even you blend them in the Vitamix, everything, but your body just doesn't want to recognize that beauty. So how can you absorbing the nutrition as you're given, right? You know how many kids grow up, you know, the university is being served, you know, and being paid, and your food is being paid, you know, and your mortgage is being paid, you know. Is that kids really, really appreciate it? No. So digestion the same way. So you have to make yourself strong, make your kids strong, internal strong, right? And you will recognize what you're giving to them. They're absorbing your gift with appreciation. So is our cell. Our blood cell need to be energized, right? Mitochondria, and need to be energized. In Chinese, always say, we don't say mitochondria, we say the blood quality. You know, sufficient blood quality and quantity is sufficient. So you will be able to absorbing the beauty into your system. So that's what I'm aiming for. Always focusing our energy. It's not adrenal fatigue. What is adrenal fatigue? It's a byproduct. Fatigue. It is your liver, right? So always, German understand more than any country, and so is Denmark and Japan too. But German, you know, they using in the intense care, and people dying. So how can you give them something will bring them back to life? They seem to figure out with the subtlety, you know, very, very subtle. You can pump them blood, you can pump them, they are dying, right? So very, very interesting if you Google something like a regulat and stuff like that, and microbiome, you know, true microbiome, right? It's not in the capsules and stuff like that, just not sufficient to bring them back to life. So my associate with their product is very, very profound. You know, they don't aim just for one thing, for the whole system. Do you know how they aim for the enzymes? We need over 10,000 kinds of enzymes a day to survive. What is enzymes, right? And the enzymes, the catalyst, is initiate the life force. So German understand that. But how can you put the ATP, it's energy into your taking it? No way, you can't capture the energy. How can you capture the energy? But it seems, you know, for working in this industry about 10 years, and I think the German, you know, this hospital, and not just this hospital, in the hospital, using certain kind of things, and very, very subtle, and I tell you, I see the results more than anything in this world. Even Chinese old herbalists, you're taking about a handful of herbalists in China. Those are true healers, and they're very, very hard to find them. The waiting list is like for next lifetime, so infinite. So how can you wait for them? Then you have to get airplane to fly there. Then they have to diagnose you yin and yang, right? Then they give you some herbs, right? The most herbs they could hit and miss. That's my condition. I used to have lots of hives in my system, and burst hives, and look at my tongue, feel my pulse, and all the herbalists in Canada, even US, and I even fly to US, and they said, oh, your yin and yang both not balanced. This hive is gonna last your rest of your life. So I might be diagnosed, right? My knowledge is not as a depth either. So somehow the German product, in the German method, I using several their method, the hives no longer bothers me. And how many people take the hives are very mysterious, they come and goes, right? When it comes, it's like frankincense. It's horrible, covered with your body, layers upon layers. I even went to the emergency, right? And the doctors, they look at left and right, they don't care about me. It's just like an illusion or what, but it's really brutal. If it's severe hives, well, it's kidney function, right? Again, and will cause the death. Even said it, even doctor said it. If a severe condition will cause life-threatening, but they can't do anything about it. In North America and in Chinese herbalist, I didn't find those like true healers. It's very hard to find. Temporarily put a band-aid solution, said I'm gonna band-aid it up. They're very sincere, right? The herbalists, most are very sincere. They say I can cure you, just temporary, and go home. So they do temporarily subside. They come back just like that. So I figure out a way. How can I figure out? It's German way. How's that? That's why I work in this industry, and I'm really, really fortunate. I'm just really happy to be here. Definitely.
Was that right when you started? The hives and all that, or had you already started as a herbalist?
That's a good question. I was having severe digestion problems. Again, the German product, right? And it really helping in the significant way. And I was even in the oxygen for a while. And if too much oxygen, they said it will cause the blindness. So my brain just doesn't go oxygen. This is a deplete oxygen. I can function, right? So that and probiotic, I take tons of. The reason I know the probiotic not working for me is the UTI. People has urinary tract infections, and I know it's from the kidney. That's all I know. But I couldn't find one. I couldn't find one. Line up in emergency, this and that. Just couldn't get rid of it. So figure out, get rid of it. It's the candida things very severe in me. As was so sick that time. My tongue turned to black. The tongue black, they scrape off my tongue and put it in the little tube and for the exam. And the doctor tests that you have a blood and full of candida. So I feel like a death, right? They are really, really sick. That's how sick I was. Now today, during the intermittent fasting and taking the microbiome, not just microbiome, I take postbiotics. So postbiotics made from probiotics and German, right? Again, and I tell you, it was a whole of a certain program I put myself in, and it's healing is not such a rock scientist. It's just hit right on the spot, and that's come to the North America, German. They really truly, it's amazing. Those herb and understanding the subtlety and beautiful philosophy. I can't speak more about that.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's not more the better. It's nothing like that. Yeah, not the more trillions and zillions and vitamin D. How many IU? How to say? Unit, right? And how much strong you have to take, like 1,000 IU and 10,000 IU, and some people taking 50,000 IU. I just don't feel right, and either you really accumulate the toxicities in your liver, and for me it's no scientific base, and I only can tell my personal experience. Take that much of a vitamin D, where they go? Liver. What the liver can synthesize? What they do? Is that, can you eliminate them if it's overtaking it? So I heard so many channels cause the certain kind of toxins in the body. So I just be careful, not overtaking anything. Just be moderate and be gentle. You can't take too much of like postbiotics. I know it's one thing that's safe, And sauerkrauts, I don't mind the sauerkrauts. It's good, but sauerkrauts it's limited also, right? And sauerkrauts I found a little bit too much salt.
Okay.
You know, a little bit it's okay, but too much sauerkrauts cause the water retention, right? Sodium, water, retention, water retention. So is the sugar, too much sugar, water retention, the same way. So just be careful of everything, even sauerkrauts, right? So that's my theory. Just be such a gentle to yourself, such a gentle. Even you see yourself false, make mistake, speak the wrong words, did the wrong thing. Learn how to forgive yourself. It's more important than anything in this world. Gentle to yourself and be aware, not repeat your make mistake. Try not to. Be conscious. You know? It's a beautiful thing. Life it's constantly learning. Learn how to forgive. Life is learn how to love. It's all about that. Don't try to fix it. You know, don't try to manipulate it. You know, so you know from that point of love, you know what do you have to take, what do you not take. Maybe it's not the time to take. Maybe it's the wrong season to take. Right? It's a very, very just the whole life. You know, I think longevity is necessary because life is infinite learning. We need the longevity to learn. Right? In the short life, you just don't have enough time to learn. That's why we come here again and again to learn more.
Yeah, beautiful. So yeah, that gentleness comes into play in, immediately, even before you decide to look for herbs or look for a supplement or something, because that gentleness comes in, and it takes somebody being really honest with themselves first to decide that, okay, this is something I'm doing all the time. It's not helping me out. I need to stop doing this, before. So it's lifestyle changes first, right? Before taking herbs and
let's
that
say
stuff.
I go to the woods, I want to experience, right, the toxicities and this and that. So when you taking things from the woods, the nature support you, and I have that trust in me. I know I'm not gonna die. I know that. Even temporarily cause the blindness, and I know it's enhanced me to the love, the self-love. Don't take it. Don't take it like I do. I'm just like a weird person. I like those. I know I've been supported. My journey of learning is never end, and I know life is a set. How long, how many breaths you're taking. That's in Indian tradition. So it's preset in there, and I knew I have so much to learn, and learn is not by king for the power and the money. I will run away from it. But I will self-sustain. I'm not holding the hands out. Government, I'm so sick. I need your support. But necessary, if I had to go that journey, so my life designed that way, I will go for that way. But as long as I breathe, as long as I'm alive, I try to be self-sustained. But I can predict I will hit by a car, right? How do I know, right? Again, so it's not criticism, but as long as I be able to, and I want to, just the joy with my service, just the joy. If that diminishes, I'm done. What for? Right? It's what for? I don't care anything else in my life. It just, if anything can enhance me spiritual growth and the self-realization, the consciousness, give me the consciousness, I will go for it. Doesn't matter how difficult. I will jump in. Right? Jump in to learn. 2 feet, not 1 feet, not maybe. You jump, if the cliff is so deep, that it will give you such a knowledge, infinite knowledge. I will go into the cliff, not blinking my eyes, I jump. If that will make me to learn. Right? Sometimes life guide you to that edge. You don't know what's going to happen ahead of you. And I have understanding, if I stay where I am, I'm stuck. I can't go any further. I knew that. I knew my path, to this point. It's like spiral go up, right? And to one point is a turning point. But turning point, according you change. Changing, most of the people will just go to vicious cycle, just keep going circles. That it's comfortable. It's a familiar. The suffer is a familiar too. So I don't mind like that. I will get bored. So I said, okay, where's the cliff? I'm not jumping the cliff because that is no longer serve me purpose. I know I'm just going circles. So you have to know you're going circles. And that reaches the maximum for this area I have to learn, right? That means according to that fourth circle, you learn every single step means actions and sit of contemplate. You need to sit every day. You need to sit, meditate, contemplate. Then doesn't matter your mind is shut down or not. You get up. You have to get up to work, right? You have to brush your teeth, whatever, cook your food. So you get up, and then in the daytime be conscious as you can be. And I know I'm fall backwards too, like a 2 step further, 1 step going back. 3 step further, 1 step going back. So that back is gold, it's a treasure, it's everything. So you can learn. So then you keep pushing forward and going in circles again to one point. And you said, okay, so my action is leading me to here I am, to the maximum I can grow, right? I no longer go back to the circle and I'm going to suffer the same thing again. I know I will. What's the point? What's the point? That time I said, okay, that environment served me the purpose. Sometimes the environment is quite abusive. I don't need to go there to get abused again. You have to recognize that environment not enhance you to grow, but it's quite dark. But you have to recognize it. If you're thinking that's rosy and toasty and coasty and I'm going to suffering and I'm okay, and no, you're not. You can grow from there. It's so suppressed. So pulling the dark energy, such a pull you down that you have to recognize, walk away. Doesn't matter how much they pay you, how much the environment support you, finance and this and that, right? Walk out. Just remember, reciting in my mind, life is a light, life is joy, but that's not providing me to grow. They like you have a beautiful tomato plants. Okay, there is beautiful soil. Okay, how about I put a little bit of toxicities in there and suppress their growth? Now you can grow. The tomato won't grow, right? So they just, it's a horrible. How can you support it? Eventually the soil depleted. So you don't stay there, but you have to recognize it. That since you shouldn't put out the tomato, they will kill them. So you're going to be away from it. So you have to recognize it. Some beautiful condition, they don't recognize it. The marriage after marriage after marriage is abuse after abuse after abuse. Don't get it. Come out of it. Recognize it. Walk out from it. Then you grow. Then spiral up, not spiral down. And again, right? Then you look around and said, the circle is to serve my purpose. I experienced this already. So what I'm going to do now? So here is change. Change is unknown. Change is a hard jump. Jump. That is make you true grow. Because you did everything you can consciously, even your setback. Don't blame yourself. Keep going forward. Keep going forward. Then you know when to jump. You're not like a jump. If you jump, I want to grow faster. Okay, I change every day. No. You know when. because you're conscious. You're constantly conscious, not always conscious as you can be. That's why I don't use drugs, alcohol to shut you down, then become numb. How can you grow when you're numb? Right?
Yeah, that's the thing these days is, people live with so much pain, and they have these really difficult experiences where then they find something that's just comfortable. They maybe recognize it's not good for them, but sitting in this comfortability is less scary than maybe taking that jump.
That's why you find a spiritual teacher. They're not just constantly babysitter you. They have the leash so long. They let you make mistake, let you suffer, and you learn from it. When life is threatening, they will kick in the energy. If it's a real spiritual teacher, they will help you for that. They let you to make mistake. They let you so-called illusionally suffer. So it's illusion. Why you suffer from the illusions, right? There is no illusion, no suffer, right? So illusion is talk about the physical plane. How about in the causal plane? How about in the astral plane? It's more real than here, right? As Yogananda say, the moon is more shinier, the sun is more brighter in the astral plane. It's more illusion than here. And that time you no longer have a body. You lost that discrimination, the consciousness, and very, very hard to grow up there, they said. I'm just saying it, I didn't know what it is, but just read about it. Yeah, so
beautiful.
Yeah, in the Tibetan book, that said the same thing.
Yeah. Amazing. So, what is something that you are very excited about these days?
Life is constantly journeying, and I felt like when I wake up in the morning, especially after the fasting, I'm doing lots of fasting, and I really thinking my mind is much clearer, and I have way more energy to have that creativity in me. Wake up in the morning, I just such a joy, just couldn't wait for the day to start it, and every moment, even I'm sweeping the floor, cleaning the toilet, I have such a joy, just pure joy. I really love it, I had to watch out. It's overworked, have no limit, and just everything I touches, I just love it. I cannot pinpoint. This one will make me happier. That one will make me happier. I know what is make me not like a bliss and joy is I'm king for the power and the money. I'm not that kind of person. It's just bored me to death. Even think about it. I don't mind having money, but just me to chasing that, it's bored. Just think about it. It's bored. Just everything you touches just give you such a joy. It's so pure, everything you do. And how can you, pinpoint? I just don't have it, and constantly say, hey, I'm going to have a trip to here and there. It's okay, trip is fine, why not? And sometimes you disengage what do you do, it's give you a little bit more clear mind. I don't mind, right? But I really, my life is king to the silent. I like the silent, like that's withdrawn, the energy drawn within, and pay attention to how I feel, how the whole body, how amazing the light. The body is so light. You just within, just go within. I wish I have more time to do that. But I see that in the ashram, it's not, and I love it in the ashram. But really, the four wall around you, be protected, can you really grow, right? Can I do in the daily life, fast speed world? Can I stay in that quietness, the deep, the lightness within, the light? can I enhance that in the busy, busy world? You know, and that's challenging for me. You know, and I just love it. I just love if I drive on the highway, you know, into the woods, you know, just my mind is so quiet, you know, just automatically quiet. It's such a healing. So can I bring that woods in this busy world? You know, it's challenge. You know, I'm not a saint. You know, I'm far away from it. But and I just thinking the possibilities there. Constantly just thinking about that. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. It's a life, and as we're talking and still it's constantly never end learning.
Yeah, beautiful. So just living in that joy, living in the learning.
Yeah, just believe, you know, we made it from, you know, it's the infinite, right? We are infinite. Our soul is never born, never dies, ever pure, ever wise, ever free. But how do we know that, right? We have to learn what is not, reach to that alternate goal, right? It's called Shiva, Indian called Shiva, Shakti. Shakti is the mother. It's the moves, it's illusions, and all the purification is a Shiva, it's mother's love. Then reach to Shiva. Shiva is the crown, enlightenment. They never changes, they stays there. And all the movement towards to the Shiva, so in enlightenment. Shakti meets the Shiva, it's perfect marriage, yin and yang. Yeah, everybody knows, so just blah blah, that's it.
It's perfect. Reminders are great, right?
Yeah.
We need them.
Yeah. So here we go.
Beautiful. Well, we're just. Do you have any final notes?
Yeah, I think, you know, life, you know, all the depths of the conversation are leading to one. It's the one channel, it's the highway, it's the light, it's silent. No words can describe it. How can I base my shop, it's so-called Lotus Herbal Health, into that word? It's ever pure, the beautiful silent, and everything's possible. You know, it's again, you know, the conversation leading to me, it's like I just like no words can. It's speechless. That's good interview. You know, you brought me into the silence. Really, it's gorgeous. Thank you so much.
It's my honor. I love you. You're amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I'm really glad to have this friendship.
By the way, this is the first interview ever in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa, you did so good. It won't be the last, because you and I are going to talk again many more times.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
Anybody, if you find yourself in Calgary, or if you live here, you gotta come meet Rose and her team. They're so amazing, so knowledgeable, so gentle, and it just, everything you've talked about, I see that you've really internalized it and you've really embodied this. So I hope, I'm sure somebody listening to this is going to be very inspired, and they're gonna realize that joy is what it's all about.
Yeah, life, the true life is no words, right? It's speechless. They're so pure. How can you speak in that point, you know? And you know, my whole life I born in this earth, you know, always question why I'm here, right? The only thing why I'm here, I'm cleaning the floor, I'm dusting the dust, and I'm engaged with my customers and with a friend like today. It's all part of the purification. It's all important. It's everything.
Mhm.
That's people can run away from life. Life is just so, it's just so beautiful and so hard because we make it so hard to understand. So when the mind is become no mind, the life will speak to you in the silent way, in the subtle way, in the homeopathic way. It's a beauty. You have a zero stress in that word. You don't have to face so-called stress. Stress is not real, right?
Beautiful.
Oh, well, here we go.
Here we go. Thank you, Rose.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you.
You're welcome. How's the tea?
The tea is perfect. What is it?
Fresh tea. It's a dragon tea. It's from China.
Is it Dragon Pearl? Okay. Thanks for listening. If you're listening. I don't know what this thing is called yet. This idea is developing.
Yeah. This is our part 1.
That's right.
For how to say, I want to say enlightenment journey. Oh my God, it's heavy. Yeah, you can call whatever you want to call.
That's right.
Yeah, it's life is a joyful journey. That's what it is. It has to be, and it has to be.
That's right.
Everything is illusion.
That's right.
Without it, why we're living the heavy, heavy, heavy world? It's all in the mind.
Exactly.
It's all illusion.
Exactly.
Indian call Maya. Maya is illusion.
It's all made up. Might as well enjoy it.
Yeah, it's life is made up, right? The truth. How can you make the truth, right? It's life is all life towards to the truth.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. Thanks, guys. See you soon.